Okay, so this video shows how we need to set up the fireplace in order to turn it on. So there's a couple of little safety things here, and we need to have this in the open position or it won't come on at all. And it actually has a locking spot
push it
here.
Back. There you go.
There we go. So and that like that it will not turn on. It has to be locked into place. This is a little safety disc, so if by some chance it gets too hot, there's some blockage, it will about 190 degrees or something, it'll click and it will turn everything off. To close, this was a problem before, so we couldn't close it. So it's got it bent now, and it'll stay open.
Closed.
Or stay closed. Yes, thank you. The other thing is, so we have this big piece of ceramic brick here, and underneath that there's some flashing, and then behind that is kind of all of our little mechanical stuff and piping here. And there is see that little red handle? So it's in a closed position now, but if it is perpendicular, so it's perpendicular to the hose, but once it's parallel to the hose turned, it will make it into the open position. And so that has to be open in order for the fireplace to work, of course. And then the other thing that has to be done right is we have to make sure that our logs are set in place correctly. And so there's all these little flat points on these ceramic logs, and they have to be set up correctly or things won't work according to the way the manufacturer wanted, and the flames won't be optimal, I guess.
That's correct.
Okay.
And this is your millivolt control valve.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it's got an on, pilot, and off position there. Yeah. And if you look over there, you see the white line that's right down there. It's too bright. Let me get my flashlight position.
There it is,
that white line.
Perfect.
Right now it's got pilot lined up with it. So normally there's off.
Okay.
And so when you're in the off position like that, you have to push down a little bit and turn it to the left to get it to pilot. Once we get the pilot light lit, then we will turn it to the on position, and it will be controlled by your on-off switch on the wall.
Okay.
And so all of this will go back in place, and you won't have to take this in and out to turn the fireplace on. You just use your switch.
Awesome. Okay. Oh yes, and the switch on the wall, the mystery switch. That's what controls this, which we always wondered whether that was the case. So.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
That makes sense. So we could simply just turn the switch on, and then what would we do? There'll be a pilot light, or we're going to light the pilot?
Yeah, we're going to do all that as soon as I get gas flowing to it, and I've leak checked just to make sure that there's no leaks going on.
Okay. And I don't know if we would actually keep a tank to it. So if we don't keep a tank to it, we would need to pull this out, light the pilot, and then.
Yeah, and if you don't keep a tank to it, you'll want to go ahead and keep that valve in the off position.
Right,
yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
And so, and always when you have a long line and it's been off for any period of time, you're going to get air in the system.
Okay.
And typically what you have to do is you have to bleed all the air out, because you'll try lighting it and think, oh, there's something wrong with it. Right. Because the pilot won't even light and stay lit or anything. Right. You got to get all the air out of the system every time.
Right. That makes sense. So you might have to wait a few minutes, wait a few seconds.
Well,
for
yeah,
it to
and
kind
what
of
you
come
do
through.
on this is when the valve is open here, gas is hooked up to it and all that, you'll turn this to pilot, and then you have to press in like that and hold it in, and that's your igniter button right there. Oh. Which
I'm sorry.
You would hold this down.
There's a
and
little,
if you look right back in there, you can see the spark.
Oh, yeah, I see.
That's your igniter button. So you'll keep doing that until you have flame back there. Once you have flame back there, you continue holding this in for about 30 seconds or so. And then you let it out and it should stay lit.
Okay.
And then you can take this and turn it to the left
on
again.
position.
To the on position. And at that point, it may or may not come on depending upon the position of the switch over here.
Right, okay.
But once it's set up, pilot light is lit and all that, it'll all be controlled over there on the wall.
Okay.
But
Wow.
there again, if you disconnect gas from it or something, you're going to want to take all of this apart
Right,
and
right.
go ahead and turn this to off. So you turn your main control valve here to off, and you have to press in a little bit. You'll feel
Yeah,
the
right.
detent, so it'll turn.
And then turn
that
our
to back
red-
to right where it is now in the
Yes.
off position. And that's kind of shutting it down for extended periods of non-use.
Right, right.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, I feel like that helps a lot because now I have it videoed, so I'll remember it.
There you go.
Thank you.
You bet.